Hello everyone, I'm back from the dead. So a couple months ago I made that little series. Um and it kind of got received well. There was a few episodes that got more views than I would have anticipated. So that was cool. And back again doing a sort of layout video. I every once in a while I just build a layout just for my own sake, not for showing it off to other people. Just I have fun doing this kind of stuff on the regular. Um, so I decided, since I can now access my YouTube channel through my phone, and that's easier than how I used to do it, I am going to now show you one of those layouts, and it's this one. And if this gets perceived well, if people like this, I will do more of these, because I build a layout, a new one every few months or so. It's about this size. It's not as big. They're not as big as the mainstream wooden rail YouTubers. A little more compact due to just space. This is the only room I have to build in. It's not a very big area. Plus, I don't have as much track as other people do. But we're here now, and I'm gonna get into it. A few new things I'll probably point out that I've gotten since that last video, and just some things I didn't show off when I had them in that video, so, Anyways, we're gonna start down here at Vicars, the one big station here on this layout. So right now we have Donald and Douglas pulling their respective trains of just two trucks, the troublesome brake vans in there, as well as that one truck that came with the demolition team. I don't have the other half. I don't have Scruffy. And the giggling troublesome truck 2-pack, and then the winter caboose and the regular Soda Line caboose, the red one. And also two diesels there, D199, D261. Probably bragging about some 812s they scrapped, which is probably pissing off Donald and Douglas. And Spencer's just here. He's just laughing. He's just watching the argument take place. This Spencer is a new acquisition of mine. This is the Mattel Spencer I got recently for my birthday. I had the old learning curve Spencer for the longest time, and he's in pretty poor condition, so I'm going to start using this one now. He's pretty cool. I also have one of many Sir Topham hats on this layout here. Well, not many. I have a few Sir Topham hats. Actually, just two. Never mind. I have one Sir Topham hat here, probably trying to de-escalate the argument of these two, or these four. Anyways, we're going to follow Donald's line. It curves around here. This is sort of, I guess, the closest thing there is to a main line right now on the layout. It goes around here. We're going to deviate from that line. Here where Arthur is pulling a circus train, not a train I use very often. It's kind of awkward, but I still have it. I'm sort of using this double engine shed, the stone cutter shed, because this enters the quarry area. I like the quarry. I'll get into it more when we get to that area. We're going to go on the inner track here, or the right track. It's more inner towards us. I don't know how you want to describe it. You go past a stop and go station. That's the Mattel version. I like that one. You go over here. This is just a little siding. There's a coal bunker, which I like using these little Mattel cargo bins as coal bunkers, especially this one. This one came in the King of the Railway Deluxe set. I think it fits well. I just have a piece of coal in there. I also have the Big City engine, and there's a water tower. So that just dead ends. That's pretty cool. This is sort of an abandoned track right here. Yeah, it's just, overgrown over here. This is a shed. And there appears to be an engine in there who's been left in there for many years. It sucks to suck, I guess. Anyways, you go under this Archstone Bridge. This is the one that came in the James White's outset. Yeah, and it goes past a T-switch. We're gonna keep going this way. And here is where the quarry really starts. Murdoch's pulling the gold cars, the gold prospector cars, whatever you want to call them. Then we come around here. It goes under that first section of elevated track, and then I'm just gonna loop around back here. It goes under Merrick, and then it'll go over the Archstone Bridge back to where Donald is. It's just sort of a figure eight, with the Archstone Bridge being the big part. I like the Blue Mountain Quarry. They didn't make many parts of it, but I have a few. I have the American the Rock Crusher set, which is something I got earlier this year, and I'm very fond of it. I also got this last year. I don't show it off very much, but it's that Blue Mountain Quarry. It's sort of the coal loader that we've had for many years, but it's Blue Mountain Quarry themed. It came in like a Thomas and Renee's figure 8 set. And of course the Rock Crusher. Max and Monty are also there, and Neil, we'll get to his line in a little bit. Going back around now to Donald's, I'm going to go straight here. This is another new acquisition I got last Christmas. It's the waterfall tunnel. I quite like it. It's small. Probably should be a little closer to the quarry, but it's fine. And you come to a switch here. First of all, here's the Glen Knox switch tower. Also decently new, pretty recent. Goes past Bowler Mountain, connects to that T-switch. But if we go this way, this is the yards this time. I tried to like capture that Thomas Wood Railway, I think it was his season 16 layout, yeah, where he just has a huge yard. Obviously, I can't do that. I don't have the space nor the parts. But I've got something pretty close. I usually put this is a new, a relatively new thing I've gotten, the brown turntable. The brown 8-inch, whatever you want to call it. Sam has a very long train. I always like to give him this train whenever he's on the layout, usually. It consists of Scruffy, Fred, Rickety, my 3 gray-faced troublesome trucks, 3 totally inconspicuous box cars, 3 regular box cars, not that there's any difference between those 3 and 3, my 3 milk tankers, and a yellow caboose. Fun fact, those boxcars are all different. I didn't know they made 3 different types of those boxcars. I thought it was just those 2. And the one that they included in the Thomas original figure 8 set was one of the yellow ones, but it's actually different. So I have all 3 different ones. I like that. Anyways, the coal area is also sort of in this part. The cars that came with the coal station are under the chute that came in the Logan in the big blue engine set thing. Nothing much to say on that. Ends and buffers. One of my new acquisitions is that little crossing gate. The highway crossing, that's it, yeah. Got for my birthday, so that's pretty cool. There's a few sidings here. There's, let me turn around. That's the original coal loader, similar to the Blue Mountain Quarry one over there. And there's also the oil depot. These are both sort of new for me, acquired within like the last year or so. We have Dennis and Noel here, who are absolutely spreading gossip. I don't know who's spreading it, but one of them is telling the other about gossip. That's absolutely what they're doing, no question. I also like to put a few buildings around the yard here. You know, the burning shed, the 2 of the buildings that came in that 3-pack. There's just that other building that's kind of in a few different sets. Here's the actual like yards part, I guess. You go into it through a T-switch. There seems to have been an accident with some milk, and a certain engine, who also appears to be in that shed there, has crashed into the milk tanker. So that sucks. And Wilbert was pushing the milk tanker, so his job at the Sawmill, which is where I usually put him, is being occupied by someone else, and we will get to there in a little bit. There's a barrel loader. That's the one that came in the James Horse outset. And then, let me back up here. The actual yard part, where all the trucks are, and various rolling stock. It's sort of something out of season 2. Down here to fix it, but this thing down here, I bumped in the big city engine. But sort of like something out of season 2 where it has the line going past all those sidings. I like that. I like how it looks. I like how it came out. And right now I just have Colin serving as the yard crane. For no reason. He's just there doing his job. He's not at the wharf. He's just the guy who takes all the cargo out of cars and gives it to lorries or something. I don't know. Anyways, I also put that little sugar mill destination there, but face it the other way around because it sort of looks like how one of the buildings does at the yards. Also at the turntable, we have 2 visiting engines who Sir Tom has talking to. They look very troublesome, so I hope they don't do anything bad. And also Elizabeth's there. That's probably how Sir Tom Hatt got there. Anyways, going back to this switch, the Glen Knox switch tower. If you go straight, that's a destination I don't use very much. That little fossil discovery thing. It's kind of stupid, but it's a quarry thing, so if it's... Then you come to a T-switch that connects to the round turntable. So essentially, this line is just a big, not figure 8, but it just goes to the same place, essentially, if you went either way. This is the other station on the layout. I only put 2 this time. I have like almost every station in Wooden Railway. But as Tim and Thal, one of my favorite stations, I have a Shima pulling Old Slow Coach. I like that character pairing. I think they look good aesthetically, and they would probably get along very well. I also have just a guy there, just a conductor, I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, just a little further down the line is another new acquisition, the Steamworks. A pair and go, whatever you want to call it, one of the 3 Steamworks buildings. I do have the other 2, but it did not fit. I was gonna put one that came in the James Horse outset right there where the sweet shop was, but it didn't fit, so I just kept this. I have the 2 hazard stripe tracks that also came in James Horse's out. So, and real quick, this line that connects to the Blue Mountain Quarry thing, and just connects to where Neil is. And there's the bridge, so that's just that line. I have Smudger and Ivo Hue at the Steamworks right now. This is the only place I can put my narrow gauge engines, because I'm a firm believer of putting every engine where it's supposed to go, like not putting narrow gauge engines on the standard gauge parts of layouts. So I don't use them very much, so at least they're there now. Over here we get to sort of, I don't know, what you would call like the fun section of the layout. I don't know. You have the sweet shop, and you have Boko pulling something I like to call the chocolate train, which has almost every chocolate car they made, I believe. I'm only missing the one that came with the actual chocolate factory, because the chocolate factory is not on this layout, so I didn't use the car that came with it. But I have the chocolate rickety under the sweet shop actual thing behind Boko. Just that chocolate car after him that came in the Troubles and Trucks and Sweets 2-pack. The original chocolate boxcar and the bunny boxcar. They're all chocolate. I like that. And the NW Northwestern, the Spiteful Brakeman, whatever you want to call him, he's there. And then we get to the bubble loader, everyone's favorite destination, which I don't mind. I actually sort of like it. I think it's okay, but I used it. Here we get to my favorite part of the layout, and my favorite part of every layout, really, the Dieselworks. I've always enjoyed making the Dieselworks. It basically always has this setup. And over the years, I've added several buildings. Like originally, it didn't have the smelting yard, or the Dieselworks barrel loader, or the tunnel. But anyways, Diesel 10 is on the turntable. Splatter and Dodge, his lackeys, are behind him on either side. It just dead ends and buffers back there. So that's cool. Happy hooks there. Oh, we have Norman pushing the car that went with the smelting yard, and one of those recycling cars, the one with the face, although he's turned away from us. And then Den with the oil tanker that came with that weird oil tanker and coal car 2-pack. Yeah. So that's that. I enjoy this configuration of the Dieselworks. It is always my default. I rarely ever deviate from this. So I enjoy how it looks. Moving on down the line here, we have what I would use as the Vickerstown Rolling Bridge, but not on this layout because it's just a regular drawbridge. A few things going on. First of all, I don't know why, but the Admiral is out at sea on a raft. I think he's screwed. Yeah, I think he's about to float out to sea and die, so, you know, good luck to that. We also have a boat trying to cross, and while the bridge was lifted, it appears that our good friend Thomas tried to jump, and he didn't make it. So he's just stuck there now, you know. Sucks to suck, I guess. This bridge is also a new acquisition. I like it. It's a destination that a lot of people have in Wooden Railway, but I never did. I never had it, even though it's pretty common, so I'm actually glad I have it now. It's actually a very nice destination. And another nice destination that's also semi-new, I've gotten within the last year, like I got earlier this year, is the Echo Tunnel, which I actually very much like the feature of. I like the Echo, the voice feature. And also just aesthetically looks nice. I sort of made this like the coastal section, like how they have the coastal cliffs. I'm thinking like Season 7, Salty's Stormy Tale when he's along there, or like Season 5, Something in the Air, like that coastal track. I think would be like this. So I think it works, and I really enjoy this. Going around here, we come to the elevated section, which this whole section I will get into in a little bit, but this was the hardest section of the layout to figure out, trying to have this whole track under here and the whole elevated section going above. So that was fun, but I eventually made it work. So going up here, we come to a switch, which I like elevated switches. I think they're cool. It's just the problem is the track gets a little thicker on the other ends where it splits off, and so it doesn't sit on those supports quite right. But I make it work. We have Ryan pulling some very interesting cars there. Yeah, they're there. The white facials and truck and the Chapters and Indigo boxcar, the two most rare things I own. I don't know if I trust Ryan, but I don't really have a choice. He has them, so yeah. Moving on, this is another new thing. The lighthouse, yeah, I said that was something I got new for my... It wasn't new, but it's something I recently got for my birthday. This is something new I recently got as well. The original suspension bridge, and arguably, in my opinion, the best version, better than the collapsing suspension bridge or the extendable one. This one is definitely the coolest. It doesn't do anything, it just sits there and looks nice. There's a park in my town that has a sort of bridge, like a flexi bridge like that, and it reminds me of that, and that's cool. So I'm very happy to have this. I think it looks very nice. I really what I wanted to do was, in this layout, was put a T-switch on either side, and I'm glad I was able to accomplish that. So that's cool. Anyways, you come back down to the track and you get to Douglas's side. There's also a switch there, right outside the station where they are, if you want to switch tracks, you know, but that's that. Going this way, we're going to go where Spencer is right now. This is a destination that not really many people have. It came in the Thomas Birthday Surprise set. It's just a bakery. It's very cool. I really enjoy this destination because it's just a building. I love the destinations that are just buildings. And of course the cake pops out, you know. But yeah, you also have the electrical crew, whatever they are called. One of the road crews they made in the 2000s. This is the only one on here. So, anyways. Going this way, you have a signal box to probably control all the switches by the station. This way just leads to one side of Vickerstown is a terminal platform, and the other is a through line. You got two terminals, two through lines. That's cool. Then we come to a T-switch here. This side connects to where the quarry sort of figure 8 is. You've seen that section before. Oliver is pulling Annie and Clarabelle, probably filling in for Thomas after he had an accident happen to him. There's a little bit of road here I'll get to in a little bit. I do want to mention, though, the service station, sort of new for me. Bulgy appears to be in there. Yeah, he probably, after he got stuck under a bridge, they're probably repairing him. Maybe Oliver's teasing him. And I know this might be a little offensive to certain groups, but I have 3... I will say, colored gentlemen and one white gentleman in there, which I like to think is a reference to Coming to America. It's sort of like the barbershop, where you have the one white guy and all the other guys in there, and it's funny. I like to think that the service station is just the Coming to America barbershop. I thought that's very funny. To me. Maybe not to everyone else. Anyways, we go over this archstone bridge, and there's barely enough clearance to get under that elevated section there. And you come around, and you get to the Sawmill. What was really difficult with this elevated section was going to the Sawmill with all this. Anyways, since Wilbur is in the milk accident over there, we have Sydney trying to fill in for him, but it looks like he forgot A, that the car goes behind him and he pulled in backwards, and B, to unload the cars as well. And as such, he has logs that hit him in the head, probably making him lose his memory once again. So that's great. And that just connects to where Boca was earlier. So yeah. I also forgot to mention there the grist mill, the grist mill with water wheel, the water mill, whatever you want to call it. Semi-new. I got last year, early in the year, so I enjoy having that. We're gonna move on to this line here, coming out of the Steamworks. Nothing much. There's not really many destinations so far. You get to the bumpy track. That's the Mattel bumpy track that came in Thomas's Birthday Surprise. So that's technically pretty rare to have that version. I have my Henry. That's one of the only engines I have that is the original style. And this is supposed to be Henry's Forest. I usually put Henry's Forest where the Sawmill is. If you can't tell, I get a lot of inspiration from certain YouTubers, especially Thomas and Railway. which inspired a lot of this layout and many of my layouts as well. So that's great. It comes around here under that part of the bridge. That siding connects to the other part of the sawmill. It goes under the Archstone Bridge. That is the zoo tunnel. It came in a set called Thomas at the Zoo. A set I actually very much like. I have the whole set, but it comes with this tunnel, an aquarium, and the drawbridge, but it's zoo themed, and I like that drawbridge, and I tried to use it in every layout, but I couldn't find the place to put it, so I just, as a dedication, I just put it, the tunnel on this layout. So there you go. The Stutter Repair is here. Stutter Repair is probably one of my favorite wooden railway models. He has a very unique design. I really love him. I don't know if he's repairing the track necessarily. Maybe he's just on his way to do that. But he's just right there. This is the tiny road section. I usually have more, but I just use this little bit. All the road curves I have come in a set called Let's Have a Race. I just have that set, and that's the only way I got road curves. I just have a bunch of destinations. For example, the hospital. That crossing came from the set, and then the service station. I could have added more with that ramp and like maybe connected it to this section so they could get to Vickerstown, but it's fine. Going this way, you come to a switch. This just connects to that switch where Spencer is. You know, we've been here before. This pulls around to the recycling center. One of my favorite destinations, actually. I actually very much enjoy this destination. Lorry 1's here, and here's Vinny in a shed, just sitting there. He's probably listening to Ari and Bert, who are probably making fun of the recycling center for how weak it looks compared to their smelting yard. And they have a car here, so they probably had to collect the recycling. But they're probably making fun of it for how stupid it looks compared to, you know, their diesel works. Anyways, this line connects back to that switch that goes to the elevated section. And I think we really only have one line left to cover, and that's up here. If you go, not where Ryan is, but to the right, you get through the sawmill, the top portion of it, and then you go up and over. This is a double tall thing. Skip and Sailor John are there. Sailor John is in a very peculiar predicament. He really shouldn't be up there. It's not that safe. You know, gust of wind blows, he'd probably fall over. So, you know, better watch out there, especially when he goes into the quarry. And this connects to the top portion of Merrick. Another, like I said, a destination I very much like. And this track goes back down and it connects to the stonecutter shed, or double engine shed, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, I think that's about it for the layout. Let me look around. I think we covered everything. Yeah. So if you like this video, you should subscribe, all that good stuff. But if you do like this video, if you want to see me make videos about more of my layouts, because some are better than this, some are not. I have my ups and downs when it comes to layout making. But if you would like to see me just do more of these simple, if I was to make a series, I probably wouldn't do it on this layout. This is just for my own entertainment. I'm actually going to take it down here in a couple hours, maybe a couple minutes. I've had it up for a couple weeks now. I've just been putting off this video. But if you would like to see me make videos with more of my layouts, and you should let me know in the comments. I'll try to keep those on for you. Because I don't make big layouts. These are more, you know, these are smaller than most of other YouTubers. So I take pride in that. So anyways, that's been this layout video. My uploads are very infrequent. You might not hear from me till next year. So, or maybe you'll see me in a couple months. Who knows, I might even upload a video within the next coming days. I have no idea. Now that school started back up, you know, it's a very infrequent schedule. So, you know. But, if this gets positive feedback, then I will upload more. And if it doesn't, I'll still upload on my very infrequent schedule. But anyways, that's been this layout video. You've got to see more of this room as well, with all the stuff in the background, you know, wires, even the boxes over there. So yeah, that's been this. I have nothing else to say. I'm just trying to pad out runtime. I don't know why. I stumble over my words a lot, as you can see. I'll just give you a last shot on Merrick before I cut off. Okay, bye.